It's a new year, a new season, and we are underway.
Really dominating fashion here today is going to win.
2, 3, 4 for the final time.
Win number 1 on the season, only just barely.
He is going to win here at the NOFSRL Speedway.
Wins the Emerson Electric 100K.
Gonna be Igor Barretto's gonna eke it out.
Cup Series champion is Shane Lake in the number 15.
Welcome to the NOFSRL.
It's Easter weekend across the world, and therefore the NOFSRL Cup Series takes its annual weekend off. But the Turkey Hill National Series rolls on as we are in the Pacific Northwest here at the Armory Digital Superspeedway in Seattle, Washington for the 8th race of the season. This is the Armory Digital 250 in Season 6 of the NOFSRL Turkey Hill National Series. Hello everybody, this is Napa Fan here, and this is race number 8 in Season 6 of the Turkey Hill National Series. We are here at the Armory Digital Superspeedway for the Armory Digital 250. 20 laps of action around this 2.6 mile superspeedway in Seattle, Washington, this fictional superspeedway. But for the first time ever in this series, assuming that I didn't do it last year because I can't remember, we do not have the restrictor plates on, and it's going to play out a lot like Daytona and Talladega usually do in this series. Very fast speed. It's going to be topping off around 210 around this place, and with only 20 laps of action, it's going to go by very quickly, especially if we don't get a wreck in this event. No pit stops either, so it's an all-out brawl to the end here for this race, and should be very interesting to see who ends up with the race victory here today. Join alongside a couple of interesting co-commentators, in a good way, of course. Sergio Larvin Alonso and Zachary Fitzwater for the first time ever. And Zachary, you've been in so many races. You're the all-time winningest driver in the Cup Series. You've won the Daytona 500 twice, so you know how this Superspeedway stuff works out very well. What does it take to do to win a Superspeedway race here in these Turkey Hill National Series cars?
Well, thanks for having me on. Stay in the draft for one thing. 2, gotta survive. Don't give on the big one. I hope we don't have that here. And 3, it's all about drafting. Pretty much working your way to the front, working your way to the back. And if you come at the right time, come clutch on the last lap to check a flag, you'll win this race.
And it's going to be interesting to see which drivers stay in the draft here, and most of them should be able to, but if we do get a wreck, that could become an issue. With it only being a 20-lap race, though, lap traffic shouldn't become too much of an issue if we get a wreck, but it depends on when that wreck is. Lots of times that could end up being early on, and later on in the race it could become an issue. And here, Jill, you guys were up front at Daytona. You almost won with Isaac Nichols. He dominated this event, led a third, or actually 2/3 of that event. Do you think somebody's going to do the same thing here at Armory Digital, or is the racing style a little bit different, and we're going to see a lot of passes for the race lead here today?
So, like you said, the track is like similar to Daytona or Talladega. I don't see anything someone would dominate like the past few years, but since restrictor plate doesn't exist here in Armory Digital, well, I may see a passport lead every single lap or every single turn at least.
We're going to have to see if that is in fact the case. Of course, at Daytona, you could stay up front and dominate the race, but this is a much different racetrack. You got that bank straightaway in between turns 1 and 2 here at Armory Digital, and that can definitely make it difficult to stay up front here at this racetrack. This is how they line up in the point standings. Body Armor Team Velocistars have been doing an excellent job this season. Landon Smith Jr. and Trey Barth are top 2 guys in points, separated by 1 point. 192 points for Smith Jr., 191 points for Trey Bartow. Stephen Colon almost won last week at Rockingham. He's 8 points behind. Christian Vargas 9 points behind, and Joshua Harrison 16 points behind coming into this event. There are many different guys who could leave this race of points here, though. Considering how wild and crazy this can be, it's going to shuffle the field up a lot. Anybody can go to victory lane, and anybody can, within the range of Landon Smith Jr., can leave this race the points leader here in this event. And we'll get these guys to roll off here from the Armory Digital Superspeedway. You may have noticed that all the reflections were off the cars. Matt was having a very similar issue with this track as well, which is why his race is at Darlington this weekend. There's something about this track that's just not liking the computers. Just it's a very, very big track. Hopefully we don't have an issue. Knock on wood. Declan Wellington Turner on the pole in the number 66 after that qualifying session yesterday. A great run for him in qualifying. He'd be starting alongside Aiden McCrow there in run number 1. Elijah Gordon, all-time, well, most experienced guy in the field, I should say. Not the all-time winningest driver, but all-time winningest champion. He's won the most championships in the Cup Series. He's to the inside of the 98 machine of BB Ruiz. Mike and Ab to the inside of Roberto Crown Jr. in row number 3. Landon Smith Jr., our points leader, to the inside of Dustin Davis in row 4. John Andrews alongside Colin Teague in row number 5. Everyone's rolling off. Hair Gel and Fitzy. Who do you guys think is going to go to victory lane here today at the Armory Digital Superspeedway?
Well, since the track is pretty similar to both Daytona and Talladega, I may see Ashlyn Boyd taking the checkered flag for tonight's race. He's pretty good since I know Isaac Nichols dominated the race, but I think Ashlyn Boyd could pull this one again.
For me, I'm going with Trey Bartow. He has experience at some speedways, and I think he's going to pull one out from mid-pack.
He's had a very good season so far in the number 54 machine. Comes into this race only 1 point behind his teammate Landon Smith Jr. He's won the championship in this series before, and he's Trey Bartow. What else can you say? Pace car is down the pit lane. Happy Easter, everybody. Should be a great one here from the Armory Digital Superspeedway. 20 laps of action, and the North State Racing driver of Declan Willington Turner's going to lead us off here in the Armory Digital 250. Race 8 of the season in the Turkey Hill National Series is underway from Seattle, Washington. And Elijah Gordon, the most experienced guy in the field, is going to lead lap number 1 here at Armory Digital. Mike and Apps here, Colin Teague, Landon Smith Jr. in the inside lane. We're going to have to see how well Elijah Gordon paces this field here at Armory Digital. We saw at Daytona, Isaac Nichols led 20 of the 30 laps there. We'll see. Will Elijah Gordon lead 20 laps here today?
Well, look at that. I think that's Colin Teague passing to the inside of Elijah Gordon. Well, pack racing at its finest, but Landon Smith Jr. is coming, and hot behind him is Ben Grorich and number 79 of...
It's Josh Williamson there. Yeah, Josh Williamson.
Yeah.
That's actually Ben Crouch ahead of him there. And Smith Jr. able to lead a lap. Bonus point towards the championship for our points leader. So, looks like we're starting to see that cycle come into play, that inside lane, the dominant lane. No pit stops in today's event, so it's an all-out brawl to the end, like I mentioned. Got some guys who have won races so far this season up on this inside. You got Andrew Williams, who won Auto Club, the 3rd race of the season. He's on this inside lane right now, doing a great job. I'll have to see what he can do. Maybe he gets his 2nd win of the season. Nobody has won multiple races yet in either the Cup Series or the Turkey Hill National Series. We'll have to see if that changes here today.
Oh boy, we're about ready to go find one mid-pack. This might get in and tears.
One thing about Armory Digital, they can go 4 and 5 wide. Well, they can go 4 wide without much trouble, usually. Now watch out here between Dan Park and Blake Parker. It's a little edgy there through the corner. And in the wall, Ashlyn Boyd, the Daytona winner. And that may split the pack up a little bit here, and that's when things can really get interesting midway through the field. But Ashlyn Boyd's going to be able to save it. He's going to remain in the pack, and I don't think many guys are going to be involved, or should I say hurt, from that incident there. Everyone's still in the main draft. Josh Williamson's had a tough season so far, but he's currently leading this field here at Armory Digital with Luke Rainey and Roberto Crown Jr. coming on the inside lane.
One of the things we should look into the race is maybe there will be a caution because there would be a big one, but Roberto Crown Jr. in the Great Clips Chevy machine, Josh Williamson, he has help with Andrew Williams, is gonna do it. Well, Audrey Baranaskas make it 4 wide. They pull it off and pass it smoothly.
We have to see what Baranowski's going to do in this race. She's done a very good job throughout her career. Of course, she's won the Indianapolis 250 before, and while the racing here at Armory Digital isn't quite like it is at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway, she can definitely have a good shot here. But how about Williamson here? The number 75 has been able to stay up front here for quite a while, about a quarter of the way through this race here at Armory Digital. Here comes Andrew Williams to the inside of him, though, for the race lead. And Williams, looking for his second win of the season, may leave this lap, but at the stripe, it's going to be Williamson who's going to lead for the third straight lap here at Armory Digital.
Williamson got a good run on the high side of 3 or 4 and barely let that lap, and now with Baranowski's lead, here comes 4-4 white shenanigans about ready to happen, so yeah.
Andrew Williams now out front. He's been able to clear Williamson there on that outside lane. A lot of shuffling. We do have some 5 wide here. Note Clifton, Micah Knapp, Ben Crouch on the outside lane. Pretty close right there. It's Joshua Harrison's had a very good season in that 48 machine in his rookie campaign, but they will figure it out. Our last winner, Justin Zidell, on that inside lane as well, with Priya McShane in the 77. Going to be interesting to see if any of those guys move their way through the field. Baranowski's going to lead that lap. Here comes RJ Bishop in the number 76. As far as I know, Bishop's never won before on Navafan officially. He's come close when we've done the shootout in the past couple of years at North Wilkesboro. We're not going to be doing that this year, so this is an opportunity to get some wins here on NapaFan. He's going to take it away. Mitchell Collins to the inside of him right there, and we also got Roberto Crown Jr. finding his way back on the inside lane. How about Marty? Marty Johnson moving his way through the field as well. He won the opening event of the season at Homestead, but since then has kind of fallen off a bit. He's 18th in the points coming into this race. We'll have to see if he can rebound and possibly get his second win of the season here today at Armory Digital.
Yeah, hopefully he could so, but they are putting, oh my god, back racing at its finest, as I said earlier, but look at that is coming. It's the number 48 of, I don't know who that is, and behind him is Dustin Davis, and Justin Seidel as well. He's coming.
Looking for his second straight win this season. He won last week at Rockingham. And he did not get off to a good start this season in the number 8 machine, but we're still very early on in the season, and another win could definitely propel him into a good position in the points heading into Richmond 2 weeks from now. Once we're done this race, though, we are going to be a quarter of the way through the season as Marty Johnson leads a lap here at the Armory Digital Superspeedway. Here comes Dustin Davis on the inside lane in the 63 machine.
It's not surprising that Dustin Davis, well, I call him that guy, Vegas way up to the front, and with, I believe that's 48? I don't know, but, okay, best 3 wide battle for the lead, now might be 4 wide battle
Got a
for
3
one.
wide battle. Here comes Bouchard in the 7, and Christian Vargas right behind him on that inside lane. Bouchard's going to go to the inside of Justin Zidell for the lead, and Vargas is going to go 3 wide for third. The inside lane is the place you want to be right now, but I'm intrigued to see once we get later in the run, even though we don't have any scheduled pit stops in this race, tire wear is going to become an issue, going to become a factor later on down the road, and I'm wondering once we get to the second part of this race, if someone gets out front and they're able to manage this field here. Zidell currently leading, he leads a lap, but Bouchard coming on the inside, Vargas, and now Ben Growich on this inside, and Isaac Nichols as well, and Ashland Boyd was in the wall not too long ago. Here he is, halfway through the race on the inside lane, and they are really shuffling up front here. Williamson and Harrison, they're really close to each other. Scott Upton and Luke Rainey really close to each other. They got to be careful past the start-finish line. That is usually the trouble spot here at Armory Digital.
Yeah, it definitely is a trouble spot coming to start-finish line. These guys and gals are not careful, and looks like we're winning so far.
Yeah, we're halfway to the race. Sorry for some connectivity issues, but I'm back in action. Well, Josh Williamson is coming again. I mean, I think he just didn't pull back after leading the race.
Yeah, he was able to find that inside lane again, and that's a sign of a guy who's going to have a good shot at winning the race. If you can get back to the inside pretty quickly after being shuffled on the outside, you have a strong car, and that's definitely the case for Williamson so far in this one. But you got Upton, you got the 51 Atlanta Smith Jr. back in that inside lane as well. And Isaac Nichols trying to gain a little bit of revenge after he lost that race at Daytona, dominated that event at Daytona. He's trying to get this inside lane to work, but Justin Zidell may be a hard one to pass at this point. He has found a lot of advantages on that outside lane here. We'll have to see if Nichols can get anything on the inside of him there, but Zidell won last week. He's definitely looking strong here at Armory Digital.
Yeah, he is. Seidel had a great race last week, and now with Isaac Nichols running side by side for the lead, as
got some 4 wide in the back here. Marty Johnson, Daniel Bouchard, Dustin Davis going to get shuffled out of line right there. Roberto Crown Jr. and RJ Bishop in the middle of all that. But they keep it together. Hopefully they can keep it together throughout this entire race, and I think Zidell would love for that to happen as well. He is really pretty much in control of this event at this point. Nichols, though, going to try to get to the inside of him and clear him, but Zidell does have his teammate around here, and Scott Upton, the 80 machine. I know Upton would love to get a race victory. It's been a rather tough season for him. It's been a tough season for a lot of guys so far this season. It's been up and down between the entire field here. Now you got Dennis Stryker moving up on this inside. Ashland Boyd still on the inside lane as well. Definitely watch out for the Daytona winner. Hairgel's pick. Hey, when Matt picked Hairgel to win at Rockingham, Hairgel won. Maybe Hairgel can do the same thing. Pass it on to Ashland Boyd. I don't know if he wants to do that. I know you want Nichols to win this thing, but Dennis Stryker has other ideas, and Zidell's been a hard one to pass so far. Very good. It's going to be very intriguing to see who gets it all done here. But Zidell on the outside again, going to lead for the 5th consecutive lap here at Armory Digital.
I don't
it's very
see...
hard to... Go ahead.
Yeah, I don't see any of my drivers would win eventually throughout the season, but they are trying hard. As Dennis Stryker, just behind him is Isaac Nichols helping him into the draft. Colin Teague and Bibi Ruiz Aiden McCrow, are coming, as well as Ray Bartow and Will Perry. They are coming in hot right there, as coming out, going to the tri-oval, and looks like the number 28 could lead. No.
It's going to be Colin Teague there. Yeah, Colin Teague has finally gotten around Zidell there, and in the wall, back in there, upside down, Ethan Farley. Out of nowhere, Ashland Boyd's caught up. Stephen Colon, and a hard hit for Dustin Davis in the 63, and skipping through the grass, and still upside down is Ethan Farley in the 00. Hightower got caught up. Renan Esip in the 52, Ian Siegel, RJ Bishop, Julio Caesar is there as well. And just like that, our first yellow flag. The caution laps are only 2, caution periods I should say are only 2 laps, so we will get a restart. Trey Bartow up here looking to take the lead away from Aiden McCrow. But McCrow will win the race back to the line, and we're going to have ourselves, I think, a 3-lap dash to the finish here in this Armory Digital 250.
I'm feeling speechless right now.
Yeah, 2 of your guys caught up in that one. Nichols is still out there, thankfully, in the 37, but just like that, and then we weren't even focusing on it. And that's the thing about Armory Digital. They can go 4 wide here without any issue, usually, but sometimes they don't get out of it, and Ethan Farley took a hard hit to that outside wall. RJ Bishop, Joey Hightower caught up in that one as well. Fitzy, your pick's still up here. Trey Bartow. It's a lot like Atlanta when he was chasing down. Actually, he wasn't chasing down McShane. It was Mitchell Collins who was doing that, but he had an issue. And we're going to have another late race restart with Trey Bartow running second. The thing is, though, when we get these restarts, lots of times they cycle through quite a bit. We may end up seeing someone like Colin Teague, Joshua Harrison, hey, maybe even Isaac Nichols getting this race victory. But a couple guys who won't be winning. Renan Esip, Ian Siegel, RJ Bishop, Ethan Farley, Julio Caesar, Dustin Davis, Joey Hightower. They all got too much damage after that huge accident there in turn number 1 here at the Armory Digital Superspeedway.
The unlucky chain has been continuing on Renan Esip. He's sitting last in the points, and he's gonna crash again today.
Yeah.
What a heartbreak for a Filipino driver there.
And he will continue to be last in points after that one, unfortunately. Not been a good season for the rookie driver there. And Isaac Nichols comes in 39th in points, but he's doing a little bit better. Well, either way, let's go ahead and see what happened to bring out the first and what will hopefully be the final caution of the day here in this Armory Digital 250. And then get back to the restart here in the 8th race of the season in Season 6 of the NOFSRL Turkey Hill National Series. Well, it's I call it the Armory Digital Squeeze, and that's what happened between Ethan Farley and Ashland Boyd, teammates for Pacific Racing. This is their home racetrack up in the Josh Williamson, and that sent the 0-0 of Ethan Farley upside down. Landon Smith Jr. got a piece of it, but I think he avoided major contact, but what goes up must come down, and that's what happens with all these guys. Ashland Boyd gets down in the Dustin Davis there. RJ Bishop with damage. Stephen Colon in the 80 as well. Into the outside wall hard went Davis in the 63, and Farley still upside down. Then Elijah Gordon, Micah Knapp, Julio Caesar get caught up, Ian Siegel as well, Dan Park down below there, and Joey Hightower goes for a ride in the grass. Bustling Bronco there in the grass there, Joey Hightower. Farley still upside down. And then you got Renan Esip there in the 52 machine, also caught up, but I think he's able to drive away. Some of these guys, I think, got stuck on the transition from the banking to the apron. They didn't accumulate too much damage, but they had to teleport back to the pit lane to get back out there on the racetrack. I don't think many guys are actually going to get knocked out. Farley and Davis may be the only two who do get knocked out from this one. But other than that, there really weren't many massive hits in this action. But still, it's a big one here at Armory Digital, and it's going to give us a 3-lap shootout here in this Armory Digital 250.
Alright, see here, teammates did, well, you know, things, and even Farley goes on his lid. That's hard hit by Dustin Davis. Elijah Gordon got involved, Hightower decided to just mow the lawn, and Farley gets back on all 4 of his wheels.
Thankfully, he
Hey,
did,
Joey
but
Hightower.
he's done.
Yeah. Hey, Joey Hightower. That is a grass, not a skating rink.
I don't think he could do much there. When you go on that fast, what can you do? A lot of guys caught up. We'll see who got caught up in the accident at the end of the race. Tough break for all those guys involved, but it's going to give us a great battle of the finish. Only 3 laps left to go. Aiden McCrow, Trey Bartow, Dennis Stryker, the top 3. Will it be one of those guys or will it be somebody else? We'll find out in just a moment here in the Armory Digital 250 in the Turkey Hill National Series. We are back here at the Armory Digital Superspeedway. Gonna be a 3-lap dash to the finish on this Easter weekend to see who gets the race victory. Aiden McCrow out front on the 28 machine. He won the race back to the line. Trey Bartow, Season 2 champion of this series, has had an excellent season so far, but he's yet to get a W. Have to see if he can pull that off. Dennis Stryker, Justice Idell, Declan Wellington, Turner, the pole sitter in 5th. Colin Teague, Joshua Harrison, Isaac Nichols, Will Parrish, John Andrews. Oh, no.
Oh.
Hey, Bartow just pulled an Alonso right there.
Well, if he doesn't get that thing just I literally blew up. Wow.
Oh, man, that top
Well,
break
Bartow will not
Bartow.
win this race. That's going to put Christian Vargas inside the top 10. That's going to change the whole dynamic of this one. Such a heartbreak for Bartow. I mean, we literally were just commenting on how good of a season he was having. He'll still be top 10 in points, but that's going to hurt him a little bit in the championship. Here we go. 3 to go. McCrow, Stryker, and Zidell now the top 3. Who's going to win the Armory Digital 250?
Boy, Seidel got a bad restart while Stryker got a great restart.
That may have been planned out of Zidell. Kind of pull back a little bit, possibly get a run on these guys. Still got to think it's a 3-lap dash to the finish. Not 2-lap, not 1 lap, but 3 laps. So there's plenty of time to make some moves and get up front here. Stryker's going to go on McCrow. Harrison's going to go on Zidell. That's for the 3rd position right there. That may give some momentum to Stryker on that inside lane. Here comes Colin Teague in the 89, and Nichols on the inside lane as well. Dennis Stryker's going to clear. Here comes Colin Teague in the 89.
Two to go here at Armory Digital.
Isaac Nichols kind of in the middle there. Got Ben Grorich there and Marty Johnson on the inside lane. Landon Smith Jr.'s on this inside lane. We'll have to see if he can pull up front, but it's a 2-lap to go. Run at the line at this point. Now BB Ruiz on this inside lane. And someone else blew up. Joey Hightower with an issue. Oh boy, and the pack's coming right at him. Oh my goodness. Joey Hightower just LePaged the field. Brorich is flipping through the air, and now the battle's on between BB Ruiz, Dennis Stryker, and Joshua Harrison for the race win. Stryker's on the outside. They're going to have a lap car to get in the way here. Who's going to get the win? It's going to be Dennis Stryker at the line, barely over Ruiz. Oh my goodness.
What?
Well,
And we still have 1 lap to go, so it's not official yet, but as long as Dennis Stryker does not have an issue, the race will be over. I have never seen anything like that in any of my races ever. There are going to be people who want Joey who wanted to do bad things to Joey Hightower. Let's just put it that way. Unreal.
Oh man.
All I can describe that is it's just wow.
I'm speechless. Ben Grurich went flying through the air.
Many would be upset to Joey Hightower after this race.
I
Fisher
think
G Racing.
Dennis Stryker's probably the only one who's happy because he's going to get the race victory given. And we saw what happened to Trey Bartow. So the first half of this race was really nice and calm, and the second half was 2020 defined in a race. Let's just put it that way. We're not in 2020 anymore, we're in 2021. And Dennis Stryker is going to get his first career Napa fan win here today for Angel Racing in one of the wackiest finishes I have ever seen. BB Ruiz will finish second. 48 machine of Joshua Harrison may take the point seed after all this. Will Parrish and Mitchell Collins. There's going to be a lot of discussion after this one. But Dennis Stryker's going to be the one discussing how he won the Armory Digital 250 here in the Turkey Hill National Series. Wow.
Yeah.
There's a lot to unwrap after this one. No doubt about it. So many guys caught up in that one. You got Landon Smith Jr., the points leader, Marty Johnson. Scott Upton is there as well. None of that should have happened. None of that should have happened. There are the official standings. I'm going to export it just because we have been having some issues with this track, and we want to make sure that we get it nice and safe. So apologies for you guys seeing all this, but we want to make sure we're able to do all the replays, which we do at the end of the race. So that's all saved. Race is official. Dennis Stryker, your race winner. BB Ruiz, Joshua Harrison, Will Parrish, and Mitchell Collins. Take a look at the rest of the results. Oh, my. And I think Bartow, Farley, and Ethan Farley and Aspen Boyd were the only two guys who got knocked out in the first accident. Everybody else there was caught up in that second accident. And I can't get over what just happened there. That was unreal. But how about Dennis Stryker? He was in the right place at the right time. He restarted second there, got himself into the position to get this race victory. How about Dennis Stryker getting this race victory here at Armory Digital?
What happened there was...
Go ahead.
What happened there was absurd. I mean, that's the first time I saw that kind of incident in my entire commentary career. What can you say about that, Fitzy?
I can't believe it either, but I was going to say, Stryker's been going on a hot streak lately, and with this win, he's going to give me the hottest driver in the series.
Yeah, he came in 14th in points. He's probably going to move inside the top 10 after that one. A lot of guys who were up there in points had trouble today. Well, let's go ahead and see what happened there with Joey Hightower and all those guys. Massive accident to bring out the caution to end the race one lap early here in the Armory Digital 250. This is unreal. Joey Hightower blew an engine. It's almost like he was doing this on purpose. I don't understand it. The lead pack coming right towards him, and he moves up. And Colin Teague, I think, is the one who hits him. And 3 cars get away. BB Ruiz, Joshua Harrison, and Dennis Stryker. Hightower got sent. Landon Smith Jr. ran into him. He went flipping. John Andrews in the middle of all this. And I don't know how this happened. Ben Growich went flipping up the track and into the catch fence. Look at that. That's unreal. Hey, this is a fictional racetrack. You know, so I guess we can have unrealistic crashes here. Zidell. Oh, look at Zidell. Got landed on by Growrich, who was still flipping. Hightower was still flipping. Andrew Williams is there. Braden Perez, I already mentioned Andrew Williams. Aiden McCrow there. Marty Johnson, Ben Crouch, Roberto Crown Jr. in the middle of all that. Stephen Colon. Colin Teague was the one who hit him. It's interesting, it wasn't as big of a wreck as it looked. But still, a lot of guys caught up. And a lot of guys who could have won this race, who were in that lead pack, could have won this race. Who were going to be sent to the back of the field and lose a ton of points because of Joey Hightower there. I have no clue what Hightower was thinking. At the end of the day, it is just a video game, and it's all computer and AI controlled. Joey Hightower himself didn't actually do anything, but if this was real life, everyone would want to punch him in the face. Let's go ahead and replay that in real time.
Oh, well. Well, Joey Hightower's engine just blew up like that. He also pulled an Alonso, and he goes up and locates the field. And he spins like so many times, and look at that 36 of Ben Growrich. Like, very absurd crash that I've never seen like that before. But yeah, everyone's okay. It's just a video game, so it doesn't matter anyways. But
I don't know. I'm glad it's a video game. Oh boy. I don't know. We're gonna do another replay of that. I'm sorry about that. That was the most amazing thing I think I've ever seen. Let's do another one.
With the 25 blowing up, look at Marty Johnson here, and all of a sudden, kaboom!
Wow.
He's going on his lid, he's still going, tumbling for a while. This ride, I think he ever had his Turkey National Stage winner, and yeah, and Dennis Stryker and the other two got away with it. And finished 1, 2, 3.
We're gonna go on board the 36 machine here of Ben Growrich. This one's gonna be fun. On board the number 36 of Ben Growrich, who was running third at the time of this accident. Hightower moves up, and he got clipped right there and got sent around by Marty Johnson. Oh, brother.
Seizures everywhere. Sorry to all the viewers. At least I'm safe from the hit list, everyone. Well,
yeah, it wasn't his fault. That's Joey Hightower, who won at Las Vegas. Already a winner this season. I just don't know what to say to that. But I do know that Dennis Stryker won, so... Final thoughts on that one, guys. That's the only race this weekend. I think that's all we can handle. But we're gonna have the All-Star race here in the Cup Series. Are you guys looking forward to that, or do you not want to go for the prize there?
Number one. No, it's impossible for me to win $25. Number 2, very absurd. Number 3, I hate Armory Digital. Number 4, Fitz will win, no matter what. Virtual Motorsports Crash, 3 out of 3, no way.
He's done. Hair Jill doesn't like this guy. We're done with this. Yeah. There are the official standings at the back of the field there. I hope you guys had just as much as fun as we did. Hey, Dennis Stryker gets the race victory, and this will definitely shake up the points. No doubt about it. Stryker's going to have a good shot at the championship as this rolls around. These guys are going to need a break. They're off next week. They're going to need a break after this one. They come back to Richmond. It's either going to be a Friday afternoon race or a Thursday night race. I think it's going to be a Friday afternoon race. I think we're going to be going daytime for Richmond this year. So definitely looking forward to that. It will not be as crazy as this one. Thank you guys so much for watching. Huge thanks to Hair Gel and Fitzy for having fun with me with this one. This was definitely one to remember, no doubt about it. And here are the points for the Turkey Hill National Series after 8 races. Thank you guys so much for watching. We'll see you guys next Friday night for the STP Old Dominion 500 in the NOFSRL Cup Series, and then 2 weeks from now with the Camping World 250 from Richmond in the Turkey Hill National Series. Happy Easter, everybody. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys later.